We know you can't always make it before the bank closes. With our integrated teller, you can talk to a live person as late as 7 p.m. on weekdays and noon on Saturdays. It's not just an ATM, it's an ITM. First Choice Bank, your choice for banking.
At Room to Room, there's no need to wait. Black Friday deals are going on now.
Ready for the best sleep you've had in years? For a limited time only, get an heirloom king-size mattress for the price of a queen.
Room to Room Tupelo, where we know there's no place like your home.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 6.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. I hope everyone has had a fantastic Sunday here in North Mississippi. I also hope everyone has stayed warm because it has been pretty chilly as we've wrapping up our weekend and getting ready for the work week. And that pretty much brings us to our first headline. We are going to need to bundle up. It is going to be very cold, not only overnight, but into the start of your Monday morning, throughout the rest of your Monday into Tuesday as well. So make sure you have those layers ready. Make sure you start that car early because it will be a cold start to your Monday morning. But we're also going to be tracking out how long do these conditions last. Is this just kind of an overnight thing, maybe a few days thing? We'll cover that on the rest of this broadcast coming up. But also that wind. Not really going to be a fan of it as we go throughout the first half of the work week. I want to make sure to give you the latest on those wind chills and everything you need to know as we get ready for the work week ahead and wrap up this weekend here in North Mississippi. But let's take a live look out here right now in Aberdeen. 48 degrees already. Like we were talking about yesterday, we were talking about mid 60s. Now we're talking about upper 40s, still very breezy. 14 mile per hour winds coming out of the northeast. You can already kind of see it on the camera shaking just a little bit, but still calm and mostly clear conditions are starting to occur across North Mississippi. We're going to see those clear conditions continue further and further into the evening and overnight hours. Same thing out here in Greenville, 48 degrees, 15 mile per hour winds out of the north. Those breezy conditions, that's kind of what's responsible for these cool conditions that we're experiencing now, but into the overnight, early morning hours for your Monday, and what's going to make those temperatures feel even colder than what it's reading outside. You can already see that effect taking place here. 48 degrees feels like 42, so almost feeling like you're in the upper 30s, even though that temperature is still reading in the upper 40s as you go about your evening plans into the late parts of tonight. But out here in Batesville, 45 degrees as well. Feels like 41, still seeing mostly clear conditions outdoors. Not as breezy, 6 mile per hour winds coming out of the northeast. So still, it's a beautiful evening out here in North Mississippi. It's just getting colder and colder. And we can see this with the temperature change. I mean, we're talking pretty much almost 20-degree difference across all of North Mississippi. You can see 20 out there in Corinth, 20 in South Haven as well, but pretty much upper teens all across the viewing area, especially in the Golden Triangle region, 18 in Starkville. So definitely getting chillier and chillier, and we're going to feel that as we continue into the overnight hours ahead. And we can see that on the first 12. Starting off, temperatures 43 degrees by 7 o'clock, cooling on off towards the mid 30s already by 1 a.m., seeing low 30s by 4, upper 20s by the time we are waking up, getting started for our work week for our Monday morning. Make sure you have that car heated and going because it will be a frosty start to the day, and it's just going to be one of those Monday mornings here in North Mississippi. But for right now, Mississippi Live Weather Radar showing not much going on here across the radar and across our viewing area. Still very clear conditions, very breezy conditions, but we're not expecting any rain or any precipitation to occur as we head into the evening. But what's responsible for these clear and very cold conditions is this cold front that kind of swept across North Mississippi overnight, and we can even draw it out just a little bit, bringing in that cool continental air all the way from Canada, pretty much just an Arctic blast pushing across the United States. And that is what we're feeling tonight. And with those breezy conditions, that cold front, just pushing all that Arctic air into North Mississippi. And that's what's going to make those temperatures feel even cooler than what that temperature is reading outdoors. So let's kind of track that out, what that looks like for the next few hours into the overnight hours ahead. We can already see those breezy conditions all across the southeast, but affecting us here in North Mississippi. That wind not only making us feel cooler, but it's going to push that cloud cover out of our area as well to where we can see clear skies overnight and into the early morning hours for your Monday. Seeing those clear skies pretty much all night long. Some clouds trying to push into our area in the early morning hours, but you can already tell those are going to start to dissipate as well. So might see some patchy areas of cloud cover above you in the early morning hours, but by the time you make it to lunchtime, we're going to see clear skies return and stick around all day long for your Monday. Just got to get through those cold temperatures as well because it will be a long Monday here in North Mississippi. Next 24 kind of shows that starting off the day upper 20s, 28 degrees, seeing those clear skies. Some of that cloud cover trying to return around 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. in those lunchtime hours. But once you make it past lunchtime and into the afternoon, we are seeing clearer conditions, but still keeping those cool conditions here as well. 43 degrees by 3 o'clock, seeing upper 30s during the 6 o'clock broadcast time as well. And already talking about low 30s, possibly upper 20s during that 10 o'clock broadcast time as well. So going to be chilly, cold, and frigid. Don't do well with cold. I've been dreading this weather, been tracking it for the past week, but we're going to get through this together. And of course, coming up in the next minute, I'm going to be talking about those wind chills, everything you need to know before you walk out of the door for your Monday morning commute. All that's coming up in 1 minute.
It's Friday night y estamos activos. Head out early. Drinks flowing from 11.
No sé qué pasó. I didn't even drink that much.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, welcome back to Mississippi Live. Weather at 6, taking a live look out here in Edinburgh. I'm telling you, sun already setting. I know we've had that time change, and this is the 6 o'clock broadcast, not usually the 5, but so sad that we can't see the sunsets on these cameras anymore. But 48 degrees. Feels like 43, and what's responsible for that? That breeze, those pretty much gusts of wind. This one coming in around 13 miles per hour coming out of the northeast, so still very breezy as we head into the evening overnight hours. So already wanting to kind of bundle up as you head into any overnight plans tonight, but especially into your Monday ahead. Same thing out here in Rolling Fork, 54 degrees, thankfully. Feels like 54 as well. Not much of a wind component, 7 mile per hour winds coming out of the north as well, but still calm and mostly clear conditions over y'all out there as well. Our day planner looking like 41 degrees by 8 o'clock. You can see that wind component down there, pretty much double digits throughout the rest of our evening and overnight period. Cooling off towards the mid 30s by 11 o'clock and already seeing low 30s by those early AM hours. So that cold Arctic air really starting to settle in here to North Mississippi as we get ready for the work week ahead. Futurecast kind of shows this very well. We still see those cloudy conditions around most of North Mississippi, but as we continue into the evening, that breeze continuing to push that cloud cover out of here, seeing clearer conditions overnight, especially during the 10 o'clock broadcast time, but also still seeing breezy conditions as well. That's what's going to make us feel a lot colder outdoors than what those temperatures are readings. But even into the overnight hours and the start of your Monday morning, still seeing those clear conditions. That cloud cover trying to push across the Tennessee state line into Mississippi. We're going to see a slight buildup of that cloud cover, but those are not going to last quite long. We'll see clear conditions by lunchtime and on for the rest of your Monday. Low temperatures, I'm telling you, very, very cold. Pretty much mid-20s across North Mississippi. You can see 27 Vernon, Amory, Tupelo, Houston, 26 out there in Eupora, but also 25 Holly Springs, 25 Corinth and Booneville. So going to be a chilly, chilly night. Make sure, what's the word? Drain the pipes, make them drip the pipes. That's what my dad always taught me. Have the hot and cold going at the same time. Make sure those are protected. Cover up those sensitive plants because part of us here in North Mississippi are under a freeze warning. But I kept saying bundle up. The kids are definitely going to be layered up as you go to the bus stop in the morning. You see pickup, 28 degrees outdoors. By the time they're heading home, getting ready for any afternoon plans, still only going to be topping out in the low 40s as well. So going to be a cold day all around, but definitely a frigid start to the Monday morning. So make sure to have the necessary precautions ready as you get them ready to walk out of the door as they can get ready for the work week ahead here in North Mississippi. But Futurecast still kind of showing those mostly clear conditions, that cloud cover going to try to push into North Mississippi just a little bit as we get closer and closer towards lunchtime, but those are already thinning out by the time we get to lunchtime. That breeze still very equivalent and showing why we're going to feel very cold tomorrow as we go about our day. But lunchtime and on, we're going to start seeing clear, dry conditions continue. You can already see that cloud cover starting to fade on as we continue into the afternoon hours, but that breeze starting to die off just a little bit as well. That's going to be very very good here in North Mississippi. Definitely not going to miss it as we continue into the evening ahead. But high temperatures, not really pushing far up there. We're pretty much in the mid 40s across North Mississippi. 44 in Grenada, Greenwood 45, Belzona and Greenville. But out here in Red Bay, upper 30s, 39 out there in Red Bay, 40 in Iuka and Boonville. So definitely going to be a cold day. Make sure to stay layered up pretty much the entire day. Won't have to shed any hoodies or sweaters as you go about the day, because that future heat index or the wind chill showing we're going to feel a lot cooler than what those temperatures are reading outdoors. Red Bay almost coming in the upper 20s of what it feels like outdoors, and what's responsible for that are those breezy conditions as well. So going to be a frigid day here in North Mississippi, not only for your Monday, but into your Tuesday as well. Your Tuesday lows pretty much showing a little bit cooler than what your lows are overnight tonight. Pretty much low 20s all across North Mississippi, 19 in Hamilton. So already seeing some upper teens, 20 in Vernon, 23 and 25 out there in the Golden Triangle region. But also you can see 27 in Belzona, then Greenville coming in the lucky ones around 30 overnight for your Tuesday. So that trend continuing into your Tuesday as well. But thankfully we're going to start warming up as we continue into the work week ahead. Just got to get through this brief kind of 24 to 48 hour period before we can start enjoying the benefits. But Futurecast kind of still shows that wind direction coming out of the northeast, that Arctic air still pushing into North Mississippi, not as fast into the overnight hours into your Tuesday. This is at midnight, 12:30, but notice the wind change starting to come out of the south, southwest, showing that we are going to start warming on up just a little bit from Tuesday and into your Wednesday. So that is a sign of good things to come. Pretty much an opposite story. Maybe seeing those breezy conditions return, but this time coming out of the south instead of the north, kind of trying to bring some moisture back from the Gulf. Still not going to be an immediate heat up, but more of a gradual thing that we're going to see throughout the rest of the work week. That played throughout the rest of your Tuesday, just showing clear, calm, dry conditions throughout your Tuesday. Not much to look at, just these temperatures that we're going to be experiencing at the start of the work week. Speaking of those temperatures, high temperatures for your Tuesday are going to be pretty much mid 50s across North Mississippi. You can still see 51 in Hamilton, 50 in Red Bay and Iuka, but also 58 in Greenwood, 59 in Belzona and Greenville. So quite a difference in the spectrum, but definitely warmer than what it will be for your Monday. So that slight warm up already starting to occur at the start of the work week. Definitely going to start feeling it by Wednesday and Thursday. But those heat indices still making us feel a little bit cooler than what those temperatures are. That wind is still having an effect, but thankfully not as much of an effect as it will have on us for your Monday. And the 7-day forecast pretty much shows it perfectly. We're seeing highs of 43 for your Monday, a low of 26, if that's not cold enough for you, a low of 24 for your Tuesday, high of 55. But notice Wednesday and on, those lows and highs are going to start gradually starting to warm on up as well, seeing those more average temperatures start to finally return here to North Mississippi, and even getting back towards the mid 70s by Friday. So it'll feel amazing on the back half of the work week. Just got to get through these 24 to 48 hours before we can really enjoy them. Rain chances stay pretty limited all the way until Sunday, where we still see a 30% chance. That's going to be something that we continue tracking out here at Mississippi Live Weather pretty much all week long, so you have the latest. But don't go anywhere. I want to make sure to give you the very latest look on those wind chills and what to expect as you get ready for the work week ahead. All that's coming up in 1 minute.
Hi, my name is Rosie. Regional Rehab Center helps kids like me by offering speech therapy, occupational therapy, and dyslexia therapy. Your support helps so many of us get what we need to grow and succeed. Please help the Rehab Center.
Some people judge a book by its cover, and if you're not what people are looking for, you're kind of like a reject.
School, it feels like everyone's staring at me, and I'm just kind of not really a person.
It just feels hard today. Nobody was listening to me.
Try to understand me more, and I'll try to do the same.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at soundidouttogether.org.
Welcome back to Mississippi Live Weather at 6. This is something I know y'all have been looking forward to. This pretty much shows you what those temperatures are going to feel like outdoors as we wrap up this weekend and get started with the work week. This is the future wind chill, so what we're going to be feeling outdoors, especially with how breezy those conditions are, that wind really having an effect on us. This is later on in the 10 o'clock broadcast time, so for any late weekend night plans y'all have tonight, make sure to be layered up and bundled up because it is already going to start feeling cool. 31 out there in Macon, Columbus, Vernon, and Louisville, but also further north you get 23 out there in Holly Springs, 22 in Corinth as well. So those wind speeds really making us feel largely cooler than what those temperatures are reading outdoors. You can see those purples still kind of trying to push into North Mississippi overnight, but when we're waking up early around 8 o'clock for your Monday, already going to be feeling quite cold, pretty much upper teens the further north you get along the Tennessee state line. 18 Iuka and Boonville, 17 up there in Corinth, 17 Holly Springs, 18 South Haven, but further down you go into Knoxville, Winston County, 24 in Macon, 23 in Louisville as well. So going to be a chilly start to your Monday, but also going to stay pretty chilly throughout the rest of your day as well. By the time you make it to 5 o'clock, still seeing those mid-20s all across North Mississippi. Monday will be the coldest day of the week. Thankfully, that warming trend starting to very slowly start approaching even into your Tuesday, but definitely your Wednesday, still seeing mid-20s across the North Mississippi region at 5 o'clock for your Monday. But even at the 10 o'clock broadcast time, already seeing some upper teens as well. 19 in Starkville, 17 out there in Houston, 22 Iuka, and 20 in Boonville and Corinth. Going to be a chilly night for your Monday evening, but even into Tuesday morning, still seeing that very cool start to the day. Make sure those cars are jump started early before you walk out of the door because you might even encounter some frost as well. 30 and 31 in the Golden Triangle region, 26 up here in Tupelo, Boonville, Iuka as well, 25 in Red Bay. I think that might be the lowest one, 24. I think y'all are the winners, Senatobia. So going to be a cool start to your Tuesday morning, but notice not as cool as it was earlier on and Tuesday. But notice that blue starting to move on just a little bit in that wind direction. That's what's responsible for this. We've seen it kind of push in across from the northwest. Now it's pushing in from the southwest. So kind of bringing in some southerly motion, that moisture returning here to North Mississippi. Starting to finally get that blue out of here throughout your Tuesday. Starting to see low 50s all across our viewing area. So definitely warmer than what it was for your Monday. That trend will thankfully continue into the work week. But as you continue into the evening, that sun starts to set, those blues will return, seeing mid to low 30s all across our viewing area. You can even see some 40s, 40 in Clarksdale, 40 in Cleveland, 41 out there in Greenville. But continuing into the overnight hours, those blues still kind of persisting. But by the time we start our Wednesday morning, not as bad as Monday and Tuesday either. Starting to see those grays start to pop up. 51 in Starkville and Eupora, 50 in Belzona as well. That southerly motion really helping us as we continue into the work week. That trend's going to continue really pushing those on out of here even Wednesday at 12:30, just getting those out of here in North Mississippi. So definitely going to be a cool, chilly start to the work week. Make sure to have those bundles, those layers, that car started, cover those sensitive plants, strip those faucets, take those necessary precautions as you head into the overnight hours tonight, but into your Tuesday night as well. So we'll make sure to keep you updated. No better way to get those notifications than with the Mississippi Live weather app. Here's the QR code to both iOS and Android, and we appreciate all the support you have given us throughout all these broadcasts. But speaking of broadcasts, we'll be live later on tonight to give you the very latest, especially as new models come on out, and I'll make sure to get you prepared as you go to sleep and get ready for the work week ahead. And our morning meteorologist, Maggie McCauley, will be up with y'all early, up and at 'em at 6:30, 7, and 7:30 to give you the very latest as well. But for now, y'all go out, enjoy the rest of y'all's weekend, and I'll see y'all back here in the Room to Room Weather Center at 10.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.